Yo, I'm the 2KMC, here to tell you about the upcoming events in the neighborhood. This weekend, you'll have 4 chances to participate.
And coming down the tunnel, an opportunity here at the home for the Atlanta Hawks. Looking sharp and focused for the task at hand. A view of the Atlanta skyline and all the action below it, as seen from the 7th. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. So the Nets starting 5. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. Here's Harden. Reddish grabs the rebound. Herter passes to Young. And he makes good on the layup. Young's got the first basket of the game for Atlanta. We got a lot of talent in the front court tonight between these two teams, Doris. That's where a lot of the focus for us will be.
We will have an opportunity to see offense being run through the low post. So the interior defense is going to have to be strong. Will you send an extra defender? Where will that defender come from? There's a lot to play out here tonight, Kevin.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Pass to Harris. It's stolen by Reddish. Young with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Young's shot is off.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Young drives in, and the dunk by Capella.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
On the wing, Harden, defended by Young, and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Over to the wing. To the middle. Capella finds Young. Harden trying to get open. Second shot opportunity. Capella. That one no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Irving. Durant trying to break free. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Harden.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And the rejection by Harden.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Outside Irving. Durant against Collins. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Here's Young. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Yep, it counts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Trailing by 4. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Back to Irving. Passes it to Harden. Here's Durant. No good that time. Good work defensively by Capella. Here's Young. Capella trying to free himself up. Tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. Banked in off the glass.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against the Magic.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Young taking his time here. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And although he's smaller, Young willing to battle inside and shows you he can score through contact.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for Collins. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Reddish. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Kevin Huerter. And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Back to Griffin. Pass to Brown. Here's Luwawu. Over Okongwu. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Nets up 5. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Brooklyn now, Landry Shamet is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the 3, the small forward. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Outside Rondo. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Here's Irving, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got his second basket.
They're just so smooth. Kyrie Irving identifying the opening and then letting it rip.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in for Kevin Durant. It's good.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Here's Rondo. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Harden. Griffin trying to get open. Rebound Atlanta.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
The shot by Okongwu, no good. Brooklyn leading by 5. From 7, and he makes that one. Irving's got 6.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Not going to go that time. Griffin with some nice D. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Irving, good. We've got 1:55 left in the first half. Here's Rondo. Drops in the layup for 2.
He is a master in that pick and roll. He knows exactly when to pull the trigger or facilitate.
Left side, Irving. Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Young's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And a change for the Nets. Brown's checked in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Now, here is Irving. Defense right on him. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. And Bogdanovich kicks to Snell. Young outside. That one goes. Count it. And now just a 5-point Brooklyn lead.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Brown dishes to Griffin. Bogdanovich against Harris. A nice shot by Griffin.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Here's Snell, and he gets the bucket. Snell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Irving passes to Brown. Irving surveying the floor. Kicks it to Griffin. Here's Young. Green with the block. And that's it for the first half of that. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. They're in good position at the half after a second. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Young and Herter make up the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Jordan, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 8 points.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
There's no doubt. Kyrie Irving has proven to be more active as a defender now. He has a good feel for when to go after steals.
And stolen by Harris. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Harris. And now it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
In the corner, Herter with it. Reddish with the ball. He's against Jordan.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Count the basket. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Young against Harden. Kept alive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Landry Shamet. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played is so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he...
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And he can't hit the second. And here are the Nets. They're on a 12-3 run. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Capella, and Jordan sends it back. KD with it. He's picked up by Rondo. That shot off. The Hawks trail by 14.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from...
Yeah.
Goodness. One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. For Brooklyn, they've gone 7-9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Rondo against Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A moment now to see the numbers for Capella. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. First in rebounding, second in field goal percentage, and he's an eraser inside, a definite factor defensively, right in that top 5 in blocks per game.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Now, here's Bogdanovich, defended by Robertson. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now here's Johnson. It's Brown on the wing. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Rondo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Rondo's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the night. The first one falls.
You love guys that Tyler Johnson continues to work hard to get better. His teammates love playing with him. And can we remember this is an undrafted player?
Young outside. From 10 feet out. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. So it's Brooklyn now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Robertson kicks to Brown. The Nets working the ball around now. Griffin with it. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. 4 on the shot clock. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Young. And the lead is down inside single digits. Young's got 15.
Yeah, and this is Young at his very best. Once he gets a few to fall, boy, watch out.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. Luwawu is out there with Green. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Brown. And it's Shamet in at the 2-guard position. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
Young's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Thursday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Boston Celtics. Then on Saturday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming into town.
And guys, even though things have been rolling right along for them this last stretch, I could see them still getting a boost from coming home. They always say role players perform better in front of the home crowd.
Outside Irving. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Atlanta making some changes. Reddish, he's checked in for Gallinari. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. Young, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And finished off by KD.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
Harden against Young. Great D that time from Jordan.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. The pass to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Pass to Durant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You have to be careful around Kevin Durant because this guy loves to get fouled on the way up. He views free throws as easy points.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Durant with the steal. And the jam by Harden.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Young passes to Capella. Misses from short range. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Nets leading by 15. And here's Harden. Irving kicks to Harden. To the paint. Jordan dishes to Harris. Passes it to KD. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Left side, Harris. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Irving. Nets passing it around. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Nets lead by 18.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 13-4 run. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And the shot goes in.
How about the great body control by Kyrie Irving, one of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Brooklyn.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Back to Shamet. Fernando pulls it in. Goodwin with it. Johnson on him. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Now here's Johnson, guarded closely. Pass to Shamet. Here's Luwawu. Over in the corner, Green. Over Hill. Misses the shot. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for Greg.
Welcome to 2K TV. We have a fun episode for you this week. We're talking All-Star, 2K League Draft, My Team, and more.
First, this weekend is the All-Star game, which means we have some All-Star trivia for you in this week's 2K TV Interactive.
The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope to be sharp on the court, too, as they get ready to go to work on the road. A look from above. Before we get going, let's hear from David.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
So the Nets starting five. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry. And it's Green in at the 3 spot.
Out in the open court, Irving's just too quick, too shifty to contain.
Curry dishes to Embiid. Curry kicks to Embiid. And the 3 off target. Outside Irving. Jordan. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. When you look at the regular season, Chris, was there a part that was more difficult, the start or the end, or maybe somewhere in between?
I would say it's somewhere in between, because the physical toll, is felt most down the stretch. But you get a time to refresh and get back to it. Can't afford to lose Simmons in the screen and roll. When you do, he torches you for that mistake.
Harden surveying the D. It's stolen by Harris. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. Finished off the break.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Harden with it. Picked up by Harris. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Harden.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Simmons against Harden. Embiid. Jordan with the rebound. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Rockets. Harden against Simmons. It's Harden with the drive.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's what Jordan does best, an extremely lethal dunker.
Simmons finds Harris. Simmons inside, guarded by Harden. Down low, got a piece of it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving's got the ball. Yep, that one goes in there.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
That's about as high percentage a look as you're going to get. Running the floor beautifully.
Now here's Green. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. It's good. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Good at recognizing when the defense is overcommitted. I mean, Embiid is terrific at sharing the ball.
At the elbow, Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And the pass to Embiid. Simmons against Harden. Stolen by Durant. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. The kick out to Irving. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Nailed from three-point land.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Outside, Simmons. Back to Green. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. You take a look at the 76ers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, there's the Nets, a half game back.
And right now for the 76ers, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
They had a plan coming into the year. I mean, they stuck to it, and it's worked to perfection.
Now here's Curry. Last time out, he had 14 points. That one good for 2.
Can't let him get comfortable inside. When he's this close, he's adept at burning the defense.
1 second separate in the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Jordan. It's stolen by Green. Irving against Curry. Four seconds left. Rejected by Harris. And that does it for the first quarter. Nets out in front, up 9. The second quarter coming up right after this break. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example.
at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
We've got matches. Howard is out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Milton in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Love watching Griffin play the game. I mean, he has a lot of confidence in his abilities. He's terrific at staying aggressive.
Good on both.
In Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yes, yeah, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep you guessing.
Milton the pass to Howard. Good. Howard's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, it's going to take more than that to stop Howard. He's excellent at fighting off the defense.
Shamet with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Griffin's shot is good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here's Maxey, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, is really paramount.
It's Howard with the drive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Howard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, you have to appreciate the athleticism of Howard. A little bit older now, but he still moves to the rim very well.
Here's Harden. Outside Durant. The shot will not fall. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
They looked totally in sync. They knew what they wanted to accomplish, and then they went out there and did it.
Clock at 4. Hilton the pass to Thibault. Lobbed up there for Howard, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And some changes here for the 76ers. KD dishes to Jordan. No good. That's miss number 2 against 3 makes from the field. To the paint. Harris finds Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
Harden against Simmons. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Simmons passes to Thibault. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid, and Jordan sends it back.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with
wow, hammering it
in. You know Embiid loves showing off his athleticism. This guy doesn't lack confidence.
Inside, Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. Embiid kicks to Harris. Over Durant. Harris misses.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Over Milton. A nice shot by KD. And it's a 7-point Nets lead.
And almost 7 feet tall. I mean, Durant is a fantastic interior scorer. He uses his height well.
Harden against Simmons. On the wing, Milton. Harris against Harden. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
It's easy to admire Embiid. I mean, the game seems to come so easy to the big fella, especially when it comes to dunking.
It's Harden with the drive. Irving kicks to Harris. KD on the wing. And then Durant with the dunk.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And that concludes.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 8 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
The guy who's...
And that...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Brooklyn now, Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the 3. Simmons can't get it to go.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Here's Harris and Embiid with the block.
And the wingspan of Embiid, I mean, very effective at using his length to turn shots back.
To the middle, stolen by Harden. Here's Irving. Shoots over Curry, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
officials are all over that one.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, told me Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons. Curry's shot is off.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
And finished off by KD.
This is what a leader does. Irving, good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
Maxey passes to Embiid. To the left side wing. Here's Maxey. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. They're scoreless since the first half. And the 76ers making a change here. Howard's checked in. Nets leading by 13. Harden outside. And Curry pulls it down.
It's still early, but a 1 for 4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. They've got a can't-miss play. Now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Here's Howard. And it's sent back by KD.
Durant covers a ton of ground with his limb, using his wingspan to wipe away shots.
And Irving with the basket on the assist by KD. And 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Howard, the pass to Maxey. Passes to Green. Shot clock at 6. He gets that one. Green's got his first points of the night.
Oh, an underrated athlete, if you ask me. Green has the leaping ability to do damage inside.
Harden kicks to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. KD finds Jordan. 16 feet away. A putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 10 points.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Tipped away. Durant with the steal. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Here's Irving. The 9-foot shot. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Curry, here we go. Pass to Korkmaz. To the inside. Howard, good.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Tobias Harris is checked in for Korkmaz. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Danny Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. 1:19 left in the third quarter. Griffin passes to Robertson. Johnson surveying the floor. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nets lead by 15. And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan, also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow. And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Brown outside. There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Brown throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Simmons dishes to Harris. Back to Simmons. It's hauled in by Claxton.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Simmons finds Howard. And it's Thybulle in the corner. Tries yet again. And Howard with the layup. Howard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Nets as they wrap up the 3rd quarter on a 14-6 run. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. On the clock, offensive rebound. Outside for Curry for 3. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Nets leading by 15. Here's Llewellyn. The pass to Shamet. And it's good. 2 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but this off night has definitely been one factor here.
Embiid against Green. Here's Llewellyn. Now here's Embiid. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Simmons against Harden. And then Simmons slams it in.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Pass to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Curry is inside. He's covered by Irving. 5 to shoot. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Look at that burst of speed. Look how well Simmons used that to get to the lane he wanted to get to the rim. You're going to pay for it.
Harden kicks to Irving. Back to Harden. And here's Harris from the arc. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Curry looking around. Pass to Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid. Slammed off. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
High post, Embiid, and they double up Embiid. Three-pointer, Harris trying to get free. Embiid kicks to Milton. 76ers moving the ball around. To the paint, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
You got to know when where Embiid is. I mean, when you lose sight of him, he'll kill you on the boards.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Harris. Down low, Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. And, you know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with
That's a great dunk!
freakish athletically.
That's
Wow.
how you do it.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Simmons passes to Green. Harden against Simmons. 6 to shoot. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Green. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. To the middle. Here's Shamet. The shot from the low post is good. And the Nets lead by 19.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Inside, stolen. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Johnson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Embiid, the pass to Maxey. They grab their own miss. Will it go? And Embiid finishes inside.
The offensive game of the big fella. I mean, Embiid's game is so polished. That's why you can't let him get hot.
Out to the wing. Here's Luwawu. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
This year, the All-Stars are headed to Atlanta for the big event. When was the last time the NBA All-Star Game was hosted by Atlanta?
Was it the year 2000, 2001, 2002, or 2003? It has been a minute.
Definitely. I don't even remember those years. Do you remember those years?
Coming right up, the Nets taking on the Bucks. For the Brooklyn Nets, an excellent year so far, claiming second place. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA. It's
hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. So the Nets starting five. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris in at the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Outside Irving. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. A shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Giannis against Durant. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 5. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Offline with his 3. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Durant attacking, and then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom, because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Here's Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Irving. Here's Middleton. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Chris Middleton recognizing the transition opportunity and taking off down the court to get ahead of everybody.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club. This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
Holiday against Harden. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, and the jam by Harden.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
Irving kicks to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. 26 points for him last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Durant, the pass to Harden. To the inside. Here's Jordan. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Shots good by Middleton.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
To the middle. "14 feet away. That one wide left.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's in there. And that's now 6 points for James Harden. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's Harden with the drive. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Harden.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Lopez finds Holiday. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Giannis has got 10.
Just all the physical advantages that Giannis has really present a tough challenge for the defense down there.
Harris. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now. Just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Luwawu on out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Green, and it's Griffin in at the center.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Augustine, no luck.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right now.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Yeah, there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
Pass to Holiday. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Here's Durant trying to get open is Irving. Misses in close.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Jordan with the bucket.
Nice pass there to set that basket up. And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Harden finds Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
Here's Harden. Here's Jordan. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Good size and the ability to carve out space. Lopez battling on the rebound.
A nice shot by Katie. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give them a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Harden kicks to Harris. Kicks it out to Harden. Rebounded by the Bucks. Got to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And definitely a feel-good kind of win, but I'm sure their coach might say they cut it a little bit too close.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding of how to get the ball to an open teammate.
The kick out to Irving. Outside Durant. And finished off by KD.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Don't mistake that Lopez shoots threes now more often, that he can't go down low at that size and do damage.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Green, no luck. And here comes Augustine leading the fast break. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Augustine's got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee. On the wing, Brown. With 1 on the clock, and it's sent back by Lopez.
That's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
And so...
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 18 points, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. It's easy to see the effect he's had on his teammates. And that'll about do it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
Not fair of a coach to send out 1 defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
Holiday looking over the floor. Here's the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range. Holiday's got 5 now. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Here's Harden. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 8.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
The wide open look here for Holiday. Holiday with another miss.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
When you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Irving.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Al Harden, he's got 8. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And Griffin slams it in.
And Griffin playing with heart. Like how he slams that one home. Right now dominating in the paint.
And here's Augustine. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. From outside the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Augustine's got his second bucket of the night.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Here's Harden. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Augustine. And that one, good. Augustine's got 7. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Trailing here by 8. Kicks to Brown. Back to Harden. Softly drops in the floater. 12 points for him.
And that touch Harden has, making the floater look so effortless coming off his fingertips.
Pass to Forbes. And he converts the layup. Forbes has got his first basket.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Harden. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. Andrew Shamet comes in for Brown.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Augustine against Harden. Portis, the pass to Augustine. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the jam by Harden.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Augustine looking around. And Forbes kicks to Augustine. To the wing on the left. Here's Connaughton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the Bucks with some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Torrey Craig. Chris Middleton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Drew Holiday in for Augustine. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. For Brooklyn, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And he makes the first.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
How about Drew rising up, getting to the rim. Love the power on that dunk, too.
From deep, Harden. Offline. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Buck. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Durant is out there with Luwawu. Then it's Harden. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Griffin in at the center, filling out the middle.
That's a show of strength from Holiday. Certainly looks like he got hit as well, but he possesses the focus necessary to sink the shot.
Timeout called, the Nets. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Landry Shamet. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defense.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the All-Star Kevin Durant, a slender, quick-footed forward, he's added a bit of physicality and defensive presence to his game the last couple years.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 9 now for Milwaukee.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And KD throws it down.
This has been relentless from KD here tonight. The defense has tried to adjust not once but several times, and nothing working.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Nets trail by 7. It's Durant on the wing. And KD throws it down.
Crazy long strides there from KD. Once he gets by you on the drive, see you later.
Antetokounmpo up top, defended by Durant, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's KD. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Brook Lopez.
Well, we know Durant's difficult to slow down, but when he's penetrating like that, the defense just cannot deal with that length.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Joe Harris. Durant nails both of them.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Here's Giannis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Giannis has got 22 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Durant against Antetokounmpo. Here's Irving. Chalk up 2 there.
Appreciate the mentality of Kyrie at this point, embracing the moment. He'll take the big shot.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Durant. Nets trail by 5. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist in the game.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Holiday attacking. Here's Lopez, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Lopez has the height in there to just go in and grab rebounds over the top of most people.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And a change for the Nets. Harris is checked in. That free throw good from Lopez. Nets trail by 7. Jordan the pass to KD. Jordan kicks to Harden. Giannis against Durant. Tries again. And Jordan with the layup.
Oh, DeAndre Jordan sinks that shot. Not the first option, but doing the job.
Lopez outside. The kick out to Holiday. This one for 3. No good on the shot. And Brooklyn will come the other way. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Despite a laid-back nature, Durant demands the ball in crunch time. This is why.
And Holiday, here we go. Count it!
And really, that is a tremendous shot by Holiday there. His team really has momentum now.
On its way from Irving for 2. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. On offense, here are the Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Off target from outside. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. And Durant launches from deep. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Wow, just makes that look so easy.
Lopez drives in. On the wing, Holiday. Passes it to Connaughton. On the wing, Giannis. Shoots. And that one hits back iron. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 2. 1 second left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony.
Next up, which team has 2 starters selected to the 2021 NBA All-Star Game?
Is it the Nets, the 76ers, the Celtics, or the Bucks?
So many All-Stars, but which team has 2 this year? That's the key. This year. You know that answer, you get some VC.
Yeah, this is an easy one.
But traffic in New York City making its way. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And looking at the Nets, Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. With COVID shortening the season and the schedule, Steve, being tinkered with, do you think the NBA will make permanent changes to the season schedule?
Kevin, I don't think so. When everything gets back to normal, I think we'll be at 82 games and starting, like we usually do in October, September for games. I just think the NBA has done a fantastic job of being able to adapt to this situation.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
Okongwu's checked in for Reddish. Here's Young. In the game against Orlando, very impressive. And stolen by Irving. KD with it. Okongwu covering. A nice shot by KD.
Attacking the heart of the defense, Durant on the finishing end of a smart play design.
Young drives in. Count it. Young's got 6 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Durant, here's Jordan. Goes back up. And he finishes nicely on the layup. KD's got his second basket of the night.
Big effort there by Durant, a factor on the offensive boards when that's his focus.
Young with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. To the paint, here's Jordan. That's in, coming off the assist from KD.
Size and strength of DeAndre Jordan, brushing off the defender.
Here's Herter. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is given. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
It's very interesting. Kevin Herter projects to be a shooter, but he's so inconsistent from the free throw line.
Outside Irving. Down low, it's stolen by Capella. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Young's running over Harden. Off the left rim and out. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Young with the steal. Here's Okongwu. Great D that time from Durant. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
It's a pick your poison situation with KD. You can't give him space, but he's got the handle to go right by you.
Now, here is Young. 6 points for him. Capella trying to free himself up. The kick out to Young. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Here is Durant. He's got 6. And he uses the glass on the layup. Durant's got 8.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Young's shot is good.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Young against Harden. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Atlanta also making some changes here. Gallinari, he's checked in for Okongwu. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Trae Young.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
There's 39 seconds left in the first. Here's Luwawu, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Rondo. A second chance effort. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded closely outside Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He notched 8 points. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
On the court for Atlanta, Reddish out there, Gallinari, and it's Young. Then there's Bogdanovich, and it's Fernando in at the 5. KD looking around. They get it back. Jordan kicks to KD. Another shot. Jordan, it's good on the putback. Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
Young dishes to Gallinari. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Gallinari's got his first basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Harden outside. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Here's Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 10 points in the game.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Harden against Young. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Irving. And the shot goes in. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for Harris. And a change for the Hawks. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Young. Here's Harden. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Free throw drops for Harden.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber. And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And it's blocked. Pushing it up. Here's Rondo. Here's Fernando. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
It's his first trip to the line. So for the Nets, Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Kyrie Irving, and Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Here's Rondo. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Luwawu. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Gallinari attacking. Puts it up. Nails the baby hook. And now it's only a 5-point Nets lead.
This is just reading the defense, finding the soft spot. Heady play by Gallinari.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Luwawu, the pass to Griffin. Here's Llewellyn. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And Griffin stays with it. And the Nets lead by 7.
The incredible energy of Blake Griffin. Skilled at sticking with plays and finishing them off.
The drive by Rondo. He hits that shot. His first of the night. Now 1 for 6.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
To the middle. Shamet kicks to Griffin. 51 seconds left here in the second. Jeff Green on the wing. And no good that time. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Here's Redick. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Beautiful take from Cam, absorbing the contact and muscling through it.
Passes it to Llewellyn. Rondo on the double team. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bogdanovich. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Harden the pass to Harris. No good on the triple. It'll count. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1. And that does it for our...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate. When you're that long and that athletic, I'll tell you, KD has the ability to put a little extra on it.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. And Jordan gets it to go.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Shots good from Young.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
On the wing, Irving. Takes a three. Sinks the triple. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Collins dishes to Young. Here's Capella, and Jordan sends it back.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
KD, that's for 2. Yes, that goes in. Durant's got 5 points in the quarter.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Young against Harden, and it's blocked by Jordan. Irving finds KD.
It's been this way all game, I'll tell you. Durant putting on a clinic.
The Hawks trail by 7. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Young passes to Capella. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
In this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
You can see why he loves to play in transition. You give Durant a head of steam, there's no stopping him.
And Young, here we go. Can't connect from short range.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Harden surveying the D. Outside Jordan. The pass to Harris. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
One of the premier above-the-rim players in the game, DeAndre Jordan, doing what he does best.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Looking to end the run. Got that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Young.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Here's Durant. Now the feed to Jordan. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Pass to Harris. Back to Harden.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The Hawks trail by 9. Young outside. 41 seconds left to play here in the third. 2 points. That one goes. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
Scouting report is be physical with Trae Young. And every night he finds ways to still make plays.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Floats one up. Reddish. It's good on the putback.
When inspired, Reddish is a good rebounder. Great physical tools at 6'7" with a 7'1" wingspan.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Rondo against Johnson. Pass to Robertson. Back to Johnson. Here's Claxton. Brown outside. With 2 seconds left. And the layup is good. And the Nets lead by 9.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Rajon Rondo. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there at Gallinari. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Okongwu in at the center position. To the left wing. Here's Luwawu. He's covered by Bogdanovic. And it's Shamet missing. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. 7-point differential. Second chance shot. Gallinari outside. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Bogdanovic. Good on the bucket.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Shamet the pass to Brown. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Griffin goes in, and the basket is good.
Blake Griffin is so skilled, able to weave through the defense, draw contact, and finish.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Harden the pass to Jordan. It's Durant on the wing. Six on the shot clock. Over Gallinari. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Rondo dishes to Okongwu. And he gets the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kevin Herter, he's checked in for the Hawks. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His demeanor was not one of the coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Now Rondo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Rondo is so tricky, consistently looking to take advantage of the defense being too physical with him.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Collins comes in for Gallinari.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. On defense, Atlanta trailing by 5. On the wing, Harris. Back to KD. Harden the pass to Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Collins.
Gotta love the intensity of DeAndre, finding a way to be aggressive and get to the line.
At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. The Hawks trail by 6. Rondo looking over the floor. We've got 1:55 left here in the fourth quarter, and it goes down 2 points.
What a display from Rondo, just coming alive when his team needs a bucket.
Harris outside. Here's Harden on the wing. Outside Durant. And the layup is good. Durant's got 15 points in just the second half.
He has really come into this second half on an absolute tear. Really impressive effort from him so far.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 1:35 left to play here in the fourth. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Durant kicks to Irving. Passes it to Harden. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Atlanta. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Kevin Durant as a rookie to Kevin Durant right now, the difference is he's comfortable being a vocal leader.
Atlanta making a switch here. Reddish is checked in. Young inside, guarded by Harden. Nets leading by 8. Durant dishes to Irving. Harden the pass to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. Harden with it. Inside. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Harden.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Nets.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
And that one misses.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he is unable to get the second one.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
So it's the Nets picking up the win, even early on in this one. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
East received the most All-Star votes?
I'll give you all a hint. This person received more than 5 million votes. Was it Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, James Harden, or Kevin Durant? That is a whole lot of votes.
For sure, and I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show before, but one of these is my favorite player, and that
the activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, they've got Harris. Durant is out there with Jordan. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the point. Simmons finds Embiid. Well, for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future. And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
Embiid, the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive. And he continues to grow as a passer.
Passes it to Irving. It's Durant on the wing. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Embiid kicks to Simmons. Makes it off the glass. Simmons got his second bucket tonight.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Irving. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Yo, check Simmons.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, never shy about getting to that rack. Simmons so aggressive playing downhill. Nice dunk there.
Outside, KD. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Good D by Embiid. Fires the three. Outside for Simmons. Lays it up off the glass. Simmons got 10 points in the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And the jam by Harden.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Here's Curry. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Harris against Green. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Outside for Simmons. The three. Jordan with the rebound. Nets trail by 4. Durant down low. Guarded by Harris. And that one good. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
KD on the wing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you're scratching your head with how do you defend a guy like Durant. I mean, his length, his speed, ball handling, all allow him to draw fouls easily.
That free throw good from Durant. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Now, here's Maxey. Defense is right there. 76ers moving. Oh, what a play!
Woo! Howard determined to punish the rim and scare off defenders when he gets inside. Watch out now.
KD looking around. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
That one is no good.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to...
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
We've got Brown. Luwawu is out there with Green. Then there's Griffin. And it's Shamet in at the 1. So that's the Nets 5. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Harden the pass to Durant. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The 76ers leading. Here's Maxey. Thibault, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Howard kicks to Korkmaz. Back to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
You might as well just get out of the way when Howard has some speed behind him. A vicious dunker.
Here's Irving. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember Domantas as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son's a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Harden. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Harden's got his second bucket.
I don't know too many guys who have the skill and attacking mentality that Harden does. I mean, he's only got one thing on his mind, and that's scoring the basketball.
Here's Maxey. Up and in on the layup. Maxey's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It doesn't really matter if you body harden up. He's committed to scoring the basketball, and his concentration allows him to do so.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. At the elbow, it's Harris to the inside. And Jordan sends it back.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
And it's Durant with the rebound. Nets trail by 6.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
On the wing, Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Philadelphia leading by 4. Outside, Simmons. Stolen by Durant. Irving with it. Now Green defending.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Simmons against Durant. Now here's Green. He's guarded closer. Embiid dishes to Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. KD passes to Harden. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Excellent coverage from Durant. Able to guard multiple positions.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet's Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the 3. And it's Irving missing.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Curry dishes to Embiid. Simmons against Irving. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got the first basket of the second half here for the 76ers. Curry against Irving. Here's Harden. And the rejection by Embiid.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot. You know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. And then for Philadelphia, Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And they double up Embiid. Over to the left wing. Maxey passes to Green. And a miss there on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And here's Harris from the arc. The putback. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the 76ers. It's a 1-point game. Harden against Harris. To the left side wing. Just 4 to shoot. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Griffin's check in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Harris.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Here's Korkmaz. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. With the floater, it's laid in by Harden. And now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
To the paint, Griffin with the steal. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And the jam by Harden.
Man, it's always fun watching Harden get going. I mean, he can spray you from outside or slay you from inside. And it's usually pick your poison.
Embiid finds Milton. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. To stop the run. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Embiid's got 6. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
There's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Brooklyn. The 76ers also with a sub. Scott's checked in. And there's the feed to Griffin. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Brown finds Green. And it's sent back by Howard.
Excellent timing by Howard. He knows exactly when to jump to deny shot attempt.
No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bucket is good. Shamet's got his first bucket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And here's Maxey. High post Howard. Pass to Milton. Scott kicks to Milton. Maxey passes to Korkmaz. Here's Maxey. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good.
Kevin Durant. Joe Harris. Kyrie Irving.
Got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He finishes with 9. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. The 76ers trail. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Griffin in at center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And for the Nets, they're shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point.
KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
Now Simmons. The pass to Thibault. Simmons inside. KD's on him. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Outside Durant. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
What a unique combination of height, athleticism, and ball skills. Durant can make some unbelievable finishes because of it.
Back to Curry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on them.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. And James Harden subbed in for Landry Shamet. And Embiid with the block. Green in the post. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Green. Embiid's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. Now, here is Harden. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Nets lead by 2.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Curry wide open. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Embiid.
Well, that's the kind of pressure Durant puts on the defense. I mean, you just can't sit back and let him do what he wants to. Body up on him, even if you may risk a foul.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Curry kicks to Harris. Now, here's Green. Not a lot of room. Simmons inside. Shot clock at 3. Here's Curry. That shot is off. Jordan with some nice D. Outside Durant. Pass to Harden. Nets passing it around. And it's Harden slamming it down.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Simmons with it. Outside Green. And Simmons slams it in.
Cool as they come, Ben Simmons loves taking these big shots.
Nets leading by 4. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Harden, and it's Harden slamming it down.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Embiid finds Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
Harden outside. Against Curry. Luwawu, the pass to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Can't get it to fall. The Nets have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris has checked in. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Embiid. It's good! And now they trail by just 4.
You like Embiid's confidence and willingness to step up in the big moment.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
KD on the wing. Outside Irving. Back to Durant. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Green with the ball. Picked up by Harris. The shot, no good. Here is Harden. Pass to KD. The tray. And again, no good by Brooklyn. From deep. No good. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
Get in my team. You can pick up the first 2K21 Dark Matter cards in the all-new Pantheon All.
Coming up next, it's the NBA on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the D8.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the 5. Now here's Harden. What a tremendous game he played against Houston.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Durant kicks to Harris. Outside Jordan. Durant with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Jordan, the basket good off the assist from Durant. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Man, he is working them over on the inside. I'll tell you this, Kevin Durant every year gets more comfortable with the physicality of defenders. Incredible.
Now here is Holiday. He had 15 points last outing. Passes it to Lopez. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Harden the pass to Jordan. Now here's Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. So it'll be James Harden shooting. That one is on Holiday. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the evening.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Can they get it? And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the evening. Both free throws good from Holiday.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Down low. Kicks it out to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here is Holiday. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Irving dishes to Harden. Shot from 12. And Irving with the basket on the assist from KD.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Now here's Giannis. A 26-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Boy, you love Lopez's effort. This guy dunking is easy for him, right? He's close to the rim, 7 foot. Come on now.
Taken away by Holiday. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Jumps up. And the rejection by Harden. Irving against DiVincenzo. Irving kicks to Harris. It's Durant on the wing. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the first. Over onto Kumbo. Just 5 to shoot. A nice shot by Irving.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. Augustine comes in for Drew Holiday. Outside Irving. Back to Harden. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Irving. And then for Milwaukee, Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Brown. A 17-point game for him in the win against Houston.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Here's Harden. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Portis and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on James Harden. Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He's perfect from the line this time. Now Irving. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
I think the most important lesson that I got.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
We got DeAndre Jordan. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Irving at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Forbes can't get it to go. Nets leading by 13. Here's Durant, and finished off by KD.
With his length and his size, how easy does KD make that dunk look?
Inside. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Irving. That's his fourth basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Augustine passes to Portis. Irving against Augustine. Nice shot by Portis.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Durant in the corner. Back to Shamet. Nets passing it around. Left side Durant. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Offensive rebound. There's Portis, and then jammed down as he goes right over DeAndre Jordan.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Durant attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup. KD's got 8 points.
Well, let's remember, Kevin Durant is superb at scoring at the rim. He's so long, it doesn't matter if you push him, shove him, he stays focused.
Augustine finds Portis. And no good. Good D by Jordan. Finished off the break. Shamet's got his first 2 points.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Craig passes to Portis. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And KD, here we go.
Well, Kevin Durant not about to settle for any low percentage shot. My goodness, with authority.
Augustine looking around. Craig kicks to Augustine. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
To the middle. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Torrey Craig. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Brent Forbes. And it's Drew Holiday in for Augustine. Robertson finds Johnson. Here's Griffin. Lays it up off the glass. Griffin's got his first points of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's the steal.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Johnson down low. Count it. Good.
Well, you can see the athleticism and the vertical. Tyler Johnson, a good job when he gets below the free throw line.
The shot misses. And so it's Brooklyn with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everyone. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds. Thanks for joining.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Harden with it. He's got 13. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Here's Harden. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Green's checked in. Free throw drops for Harden. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Harris. Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got 18 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's DiVincenzo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one misses. Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Well, the pandemic impacting earnings all over the NBA, Doris. The pain is felt, we think, most keenly by small market teams.
Across the board, Kevin, there are economic realities that the pandemic has forced NBA teams to look at. But always those small market teams depend on revenue sharing to compete. So now attendance is compromised and their ledger is affected even more. This is going to be interesting to see how this affects roster composition. Boy, we've got a lot of questions to be answered.
Harden the pass to Irving. Outside Durant. And it's sent back by Lopez. DiVincenzo against Irving. The kick out to Lopez. Now here's DiVincenzo. Defense right on him. Lopez, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Giannis against Durant. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Here is Harden. He's got 20. Now the dish to Jordan. Durant feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Lopez. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Back to Harden. Lopez with the block. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. And then for Milwaukee, Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Pass to Forbes. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Robertson comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And it's Johnson in for James Harden.
And really, from second-round pick to all-star, Middleton's story inspirational, yet even now it feels like some people continue to sleep on him.
Johnson dishes to Robertson, outside Griffin. Johnson surveying the floor. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You love guys that Tyler Johnson continues to work hard to get better. His teammates love playing with him. And can we remember this is an undrafted player?
The Bucks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. DiVincenzo against Johnson. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And there's the pass to Griffin. Good D by Lopez. Here's Connaughton. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Brooklyn holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got...
Just keep grinding. Keep getting stuff.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Green is out there with Luwawu. Then it's Harden. Then there's Griffin. And it's Brown in at the 2 guard.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Giannis with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. They get it again. The shot's good from Lopez.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Harden scanning the floor. Greg, you played against some...
Guys, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo for 3. Middleton gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
On the wing, Brown. Pass to Green. The Nets working the ball around now. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. Here's Giannis, and it's blocked by Jordan.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going out. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's DiVincenzo. No good that time, and Brooklyn will come the other way. Nobody near Irving. Oh! That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice. Well, with his combination of length and timing and athleticism, Kevin Durant is eating the glass right now.
Lopez passes to Middleton. Lopez inside, guarded by Jordan, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Here's Irving, and he banks in the layup.
I love that Kyrie Irving doesn't settle for something on the perimeter. He goes right to the cup.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. Count that one.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Harden the pass to Irving. Outside Durant. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Durant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. Some solid defense there from KD. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Irving kicks to Durant. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Drains the three-pointer.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide-open man.
Jordan high post, back to Harden. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That